Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This will be my third Q&A video because you guys ask a lot of good questions and I just fucking talk a lot. So let's get started. If you ever have a lull and feel like giving up, what motivates you to keep going? Also, how do you feel when people, dating world, treat you different since the weight loss? So I have like lulls all the time, especially if I'm not losing, like I get super disheartened. But something also happens because it makes me feel extra motivated to like keep trying, because even if I see like a 0.2 loss, I'm like, yes, like I'm making this happen. Plus the fear of gaining all of the weight back also keeps me going. It's such a twofold thing because it's like on the one hand, it's disheartening, but on the other hand, it's motivating. People in the dating world, I feel like, don't treat me any differently now that I've lost weight. I've always gotten, attention from guys before. And it's funny because, like, there's some guys that I've gone on some dates with that are still in my life now that when I first met them, I weighed like 230 or something. I don't know. Like, I'm like weirdly flattered that it's like, oh, you found me attractive, 55 pounds ago and you still find me attractive now. Like, that's nice. What do you do for a living? I already answered that in a different video. If you are single, date. Do you tell men about your weight loss right away? Absolutely. And that's mostly because they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just getting to the gym. Like, so then I'm like, oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you, but I lost 125 pounds. So that's a thing. Also, like, they'll usually ask me to go out for like dinner or drinks or whatever. And I'm like, can we do something really healthy? Or I'm not gonna drink, but you can drink, that's fine. So like the conversation kind of comes up naturally anyways, because I'm like, I still kind of want to try to stay as focused as I can. And like usually every single person is like super encouraging. They're like, oh my God, like that's crazy, like great dedication and you look so good, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, thanks bro, appreciate it. Would you get any cosmetic or skin surgeries? If I could afford it, I would. First apartment experience and advice. Are you gonna do Are you gonna do a what I eat in a day video? I kind of like have addressed that in other videos. But maybe I'm not a big fan of vlogging, but I might do that. I don't know. First apartment experience. So my best friend and I moved into our first apartment at 19. We did not have beds. We just like slept on the floor. I truly don't even know how I survived those days because neither of us had a car either. I walked to work at a call center. And I remember the day we moved in, that night we had a housewarming party. And that's when this website azpunk.com was like a huge thing. And so like all of our friends were like in vans and blah, blah, blah. And I remember like so many people came through. I remember the guys in Authority Zero all came and I was like super excited about that because they were like my favorite band at the time. Which is so funny. Like I really hope Jason doesn't see this video because he will make fun of me for like being a fangirl. Now that we've been friends for like 12 years, but when we got our first apartment, we like had no furniture. We had no nothing. We had this weird like cube table that had like all of the furniture we had was given to us by like random people. And we had this like weird cube thing that I remember because I used to work at Club Tattoo. I just covered in all these promo stickers we got of The Killers and Autopilot Off. So like one side of the cube was all like these Autopilot Off stickers and the other side was The Killers. But yeah, that party is like a story for another video, let me tell you. Daily workout routine. I feel like it changes all the time, so don't like be like, oh, this is what she does every time. But right now, the only thing I am doing is walking. I'm hosting a step bet, and so that's part of it. The other part of it is I got kind of sick for like a week and a half, and I still wanted to like do something without dying, so I started walking, and then I noticed like weight was coming off like fucking crazy, and I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this. So right now, I'll walk for like 90 minutes, or however long it takes me to get to 10,000 steps. And then I like essentially take like a 2.5 hour break, and then I'll walk again for like anywhere from 30 minutes to like 45 minutes. And I end up getting like 15 to 18,000 steps a day. And that's literally all that I'm doing right now. Can we be friends? Absolutely, Samantha underscore Mama Gets Fit. Favorite band and most hated band? My favorite two bands are Newfound Glory and State Champs. Most hated band? This is funny because on my Tinder profile, it says like 2 things, and the last thing just says, if you like Nickelback, swipe left, which was a fucking mistake, let me tell you, because I've never had to talk about Nickelback more in my entire life. So I really should delete that, because every guy's like, oh, why don't you like Nickelback? Or what about Creed? Like, terrible. But the only band I ever really remember hating was this local band called Unsound. Yeah, I didn't like them at all. How long did it take you to build up the courage to share your journey? I'm having a hard time letting go of certain details. Honestly, like, it never really was for anyone else. Like, when I started my Instagram account, I had already lost, like, I don't remember if it was like 40 or 60 pounds. I can't remember. But it was just a way for me to kind of have, like, weight loss and fitness on the brain multiple times a day. And I thought, like, okay, if I'm needing to post something, then I'm going to make sure that I do it. So yeah, it just started out that way. And like, I've never really cared what anyone thought about me. Like, if you like me, that's awesome. If you don't like me, that's also awesome. Like, find some people you do like. It's fine. You do you, I'll do me. Life will go on. So, you know, in terms of like being self-conscious or stuff like that, like, I don't feel that way. Like, if you guys straight up ask me a question, I will be honest with you. So yeah, it's not really a matter of like feeling comfortable sharing it. Plus, I also feel like there's a lot of, like, I don't consider myself like a health and fitness person, even though that's like what my YouTube channel is kind of about. But I'm not like 110 pounds with like this dope butt that like works out in the gym and like has sponsorships and like all this stuff. Like, I am literally just like a weird girl that, you know, like tries to lose weight sometimes. And yeah, I think like that's just like sort of why I feel so connected to like at least like my Instagram followers and stuff a lot, because I feel like we're all kind of in the same boat. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm, you know, 130 pounds and try this pre-workout. It'll be great for you. I just rambled for a whole bunch of time, and I don't remember what I was saying. Courage was never a part of sharing like my experience. Are there places you want tatted up? I just want to be covered, you guys. Like, I don't want like neck tattoos or anything. But I mostly want like my legs and arms covered. I haven't decided if I'm going to do my stomach yet. I do want a sick back piece at some point, but like, I'm going to have to think on like what I want. What are some things you would have done differently on your journey, or things you wish you could have done? For example, eat a certain way, more strength training than cardio, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. The only thing that I wish I would have done differently is after, you know, I lost like the first 50 pounds or whatever, I wish I didn't take off 5 months and regain 12 pounds and then have to lose it again. But if anything, that helps me now because I'm not going to do that again. So, like, I can't even imagine having to re-lose 12 pounds right now. Like, that would make me really sad. There's not really, I mean, anything, like, I feel good. I found that I really enjoy hiking and don't just look at it as, like, a cardiovascular exercise. Like, it's fun, and there's a lot of places in my state that I didn't realize existed that are fucking gorgeous, and I just really loved, like, getting out and doing those things. But yeah, like, I definitely don't really have, like, any regrets about it. Does anyone ever tell you that you resemble Dita Von Teese? Oh, that's nice. Sometimes, like, if I, like, dress up and wear red lipstick, and more so, like, when my hair was dyed black. But people used to tell me when I was heavier that I looked like Kelly Osbourne. And now that I've lost weight, you motherfuckers keep saying I look like Rumor Willis, which is not true and borderline offensive, even though I think she did date Zac Efron for a minute, so, like, that part doesn't suck. But yeah, I don't think I look like Rumor Willis at all, so let's just kill that rumor. What is your work schedule? Typical 9 to 5. What is your sign and birthday? I'm an Aries, March 26th. Do you plan to have children? Absolutely fucking not. I have never wanted kids. My parents had me, my sister, and my brother, and then they waited 10 years and had my little brother and sister, so I sort of felt like I grew up with, like, babies in the household, and not that I'm saying, like, oh, I took care of kids already, I don't want to do that, but it's like, I've dealt with, like, the crying babies and changing diapers and all that stuff, and, like, I'm good. Do you think birth control affects your weight loss or no? I don't really think it does. I haven't really noticed anything, but I've also been on birth control for, like, over 10 years, so it's been, like, more or less the same, so if it did affect it in some way at the beginning, I can't remember, but I don't think it does now. Also, this is, like, more TMI, but for all the ladies out there, you guys ask me a lot if I, like, notice a weight gain or bloating or, like, want to eat more, like, during that time of the month. I only have that time of month once or twice a year, because of my birth control. So I don't really ever experience those things, which is sick. Do you binge eat at times? Yes, binge eating is, like, my #1 problem with weight gain is quantity of things. Like, I've said it before that, like, if there's one piece pizza, I will eat the one piece pizza and be fine, but if I have access to a whole pizza, I'm gonna eat as much as I can, and then I will literally eat so much that it, like, gets stuck going down to my stomach, and I will have to, like, throw up just to, like, get some, like, release, like, so I don't, yeah, like, it's fucking terrible. So yes, I definitely struggle with that. It's been a little while, now since I've done that, and yeah, it's usually with, like, pizza or stuff. Do you ever get sweaty? Yes. Are you kidding? Absolutely. Did you notice a decline in sweatiness as you lost weight? That I did notice, because, and this is, like, not related to working out, but I would notice that even when I blow dried? I don't know. When I fucking made my hair go from wet to not wet, I would drip sweat when I was heavier. Like, just, like, oh man, I'm gonna have to, like, take another shower. Like, it's disgusting. So I actually got in the habit of putting a fan, like, in the bathroom blowing on me as I was blow drying my hair. And now I don't necessarily need the fan. It does feel nice, but I am not, like, pouring sweat anymore after I, like, shower and try to blow dry my hair. So that's nice. I'll probably do, I'm sorry that there's already 3 of these videos, but, like, you guys asked a lot of stuff and I want to answer your questions. If you think of any more questions, I'll probably just post something on Instagram at some point in the future to answer more questions, but if these answers prompted more questions, let me know and I will address them for you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!